statue of a true Baltimore legend. A special welcome to Ray's family and friends. Thank you for coming, and thanks everybody for coming. Without Ossie, we would not have Ray Lewis here in Baltimore. So thank you, Ossie. Now, I really want to recognize our owner, Steve Bisciotti. He is the moving force behind this statue. And so I'm going to turn it over to Steve. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. And thanks for showing up on short notice. We made a decision to announce this late because we knew that there would be limited seating, and I will write a note to your employers. Somehow called in sick this morning. I also want to start off by thanking Ossie. I wasn't here when he drafted Ray. And I want to thank Sandy for graciously agreeing to share this plaza with somebody that, quite frankly, rivals John. And for a small city of Baltimore, and nobody ever comes to consensus, but I know here that we feel that we now are complete in honoring arguably the greatest player of all time, John. And over 50 years after his exploits to put Baltimore on the map, we are firmly entrenched on that map. And he gets to share his, and we didn't take this lightly, I can promise you, for John to share this plaza with the greatest defensive player of all time.
3, 2, 1.
Years ago, as a young man, I was introduced to a song that forever changed my life. And no matter what we find ourselves going through, Sam Cooke said a change is gonna come. And the moment I started to really listen to the words of that song, I started to realize that if you really want real change, just make up your mind to do something. Stand for something, because if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Today, God's name is smiling. His reward is that when people see us, they see a glimpse of him. Today is history. Today is his story. And I'm the person that nobody has to convince me of what the story is, because I lived it. See, sometimes sometimes people can tell you something, and they can tell you a good story, and you can say, I heard one of the best stories of my life. Then somebody can tell you, let me tell you my story. But if you only knew what things I had to endure. Man, I was introduced to something in 1985 that I didn't understand now. But now I get it. When Mama looked at me, Stephen, and she said, baby, I ain't got enough money to sign you up for football. I said, Mama, we'll figure it out some type of way. An old coach of mine came up and gave me $15 for me to start my first time ever putting on a pair of cleats. You know what that feels like, huh? Because when you string them up, you're so proud to put on these cleats. You're so proud to put your feet in the ground to start striving for something. And I made up my mind that day.
You're in the way of the Baltimore Ravens meeting.
That my mother's tears will one day become joy. I made up my mind.
Go ahead,
And the bottom line is, when I stepped in Baltimore, I promised him, he's sitting right here, so I don't need to tell no lies.
I know that's right.
Baltimore had never seen a championship. Yes, sir. I promised him my first one. I've come to a place now to understand that everybody that had a hand in this,
That's right.
if you're here today, my heart says thank you. When you think about what history has done, when people make up their mind, I've always told people good is fitting in, great is fitting out. To do something great, you have to be different. You have to chase something different. When people see you, they got to wonder why you're going the opposite way of everybody else. And then, man, I was, wow, I was introduced to Baltimore. I was dropped off in Baltimore and had never really left the state of Florida outside of traveling with my college team. And I cannot tell you from the first moment, listening to Ossie Newsome and listening to all of the things and the visions that we had for this city, not just on the field. We had a vision to really change lives and affect change in Baltimore.
Thank you, Ossie. Thank you, Ossie.
My family,
Yeah.
that's my spinal cord. That's the family that's always kept me upright. Mama, we did it. We had a lot of sleepless nights, but we did it. We okay with ourselves.
Yes, I know that's right.
Quisha, baby girls, I break.
That's all right.
I'll break my back to make sure y'all all right. For Daisy Keon, I give up anything to make sure my family never suffers. I'm built for that. I'm built for that. Man, I hated every second of training. But I promised myself, if I hurt now, if I go through everything that I had to go through, the countless hours of not doing nothing else but grinding, I can live the rest of my life as a champion. I trade in that every time. Today was that special day.
Yeah.
Because then I was introduced to a man by the name of Michael McQuarrie. See, I was a witness. See, I was right there when I knew you didn't have cartilage in your knees. I was right there when I looked in his eyes and asked him, give me everything you got.
I know that's right.
Because of our brotherhood. because of what we believed in each other. When nobody gave us a chance, we broke all rules. We did it our way. We made sure they started putting in rules for offenses. Home team, well, let me tell you something. We in Super Bowl 35 and we didn't watch so much film, and I saw Money Tuma line up outside and I saw D-Stars jump that slant. I said, Lord, I'm finna win my first Super Bowl. Can you believe it? I'll leave you with this. I'm never leaving.
Yes, sir.
And now, if you want to know the real truth, I'm never leaving. I can't thank Baltimore enough. I can't thank the Ravens enough. I cannot thank everybody that's connected to me and my family. Bring that in. Smile, baby. We made it. We made it. I love everybody, man. Once again, thank you so much for coming out. It's so amazing to accept this. Thank you so much. I love you guys.